Good day everyone, I am James Herrera Tapongot and I'm here to discuss the strategic leadership. Leadership, the ability to influence a group toward achievement of goals. Types of leadership. Authoritarian or high task or low relationship. Team leader, high task, high relationship. Country club, low task, high relationship. Impoverished, low task, low relationship. We have managers versus leaders. Managers characteristics: administers, a copy, maintains, focuses on system and structures, relies on control, short range view, ask how and when, eye on bottom line, imitates, accepts the status quo, classic goods soldiers, does things right. Leader characteristics: innovatives, unoriginal, develops, focuses on people, inspires trust, long range perspective, ask what and why, eye on horizon, or originates, challenges and the status quo, own person, and does the right thing. Strategic leadership. Strategic leadership, the ability to anticipate innovation, maintain flexibility, and empower others to create strategic change as necessary. Strategic leadership is the process of providing the direction and inspiration necessary to create or sustain an organization. Multifunctional task that involves managing through others, managing an entire enterprise rather than a functional submit, coping with change or coping with change, attracting and managing human or includes the intellectual capital, being able to meaningfully influence others. So, components of strategic leadership. The strategic leadership have 5 components. One is creating a vision, high-level cognitive activity, gathering multiple inputs, anticipating and creating a future, and lastly is revolutionary thinking. We have the role of top level managers. Top management teams or TMT is in most firms there is a team of strategic leader called the top management team. Number 2 is a team is needed to deal with the complexity of challenges and the need of substantial amounts of information and knowledge to make strategic decisions. TMT or the rule or TMT composed of key individuals who are responsible for selecting and implementing firm strategies. Usually includes offers of the corporation or VP and above and members of BOD. TMT characteristics must fit strategy and strategic implementation. TMT's affects firms' performance and strategic change. Role of CEO. The chief executive is the executive head of organization. He represents the management. The chief executive principal's duty is to define long-term direction and scope of the organization. He has ultimate responsibility for its success. He is lead the formulation and implementation of the strategy. He guided by the board of directors. Formulation of strategy and implementation of strategy. Formulation of strategy. The strategy provides future direction and scope to organization of gaining competitive advantage. The rules of chief executive strategic formulation are the 10 principles strategic leadership. How to develop and retain leaders who can guide your organization through times of fundamental change. System instructions. The first three principles of strategic leadership involve non-traditional but highly effective approaches to decision making, transparency, and innovation. Number one is distribute responsibility. Top leaders should push power downward across the organization, empowering people at all levels to make decisions. It gives potential strategic leader an opportunity to see what happens when they take the risk. Number two is be honest and open about information. Coming to a better understanding, and the problem might be a team effort. It requires people to talk openly and honestly about the idea. Number three is create multiple paths for raising and testing ideas. By setting up ways of people to bring their innovative thinking to the surface, you can help them to learn to make the most of their own creatively people policies and practices. The next four principles involve unconventional ways of thinking about assessment, hiring, and training. Number one is make it. This is also the 10 principles strategic leadership. So number four, make it safe to fail. A company is statement of values may encourage employees to fail fast and learn from their errors. Number five is provide access to their strategists. Give potential strategist leader is the opportunity to meet and work with their peers across the organization. Number six is develop opportunities for experience-based learning. Bring together a team of potential strategic leaders with a collective assignment to create a fully developed solution to a problem or to design a new critical capability and the way to generate it. Number seven is hiring transformation. Hiring decisions should be based on the careful considerations of capabilities and experiences, and should aim for diversity of overcome and natural tendency of managers to select people much like themselves. Focus on the self. The final three principles are aimed at the potential strategic leaders themselves. Following these tactics can help them prepare for their personal evolution. Number 8 is bring your whole self to work. Strategic leader understand that to tackle the most demanding situation and problems, they need to draw on everything they have learned in their lives. Number 9 is find time to reflect. Managers are often caught up in the pressures of the moment. A mistake or high pressure project can feel overwhelming. Lastly, number 10, recognize leadership development as an ongoing practice. Strategists have the humanity and intelligence to realize that their learning and development is never done. However, experience they may be. A few main traits or characteristics, features, qualities of effective strategic leader that do lead superior performance are as follows: loyalty, keeping them updated. Number 3, judicious use of power. Number 4, have wider perspective or of outlook. Number 5, motivation. Number 6 is compassion. Number 7 is self-control. Number 8 is social skills. Number 9, self-awareness. Number 10, readiness and delegate and authorize. Number 11 is articulacy. Number 12 is constancy or reliability. Number 1, loyalty is powerful and effective leaders demonstrate their loyalty to their vision by their words and actions. And number 2 is keeping them updated. Efficient and effective leaders keep themselves updated about what is happening within their organizations. They have various formal and informal sources of information in the organization. Number 3 is the judicious use of power. Strategic leaders makes a very wise use of their powers, play the power games skillfully, and try to develop consent for their ideas rather than forcing their ideas upon others. They must push their ideas gradually. Number 4 is have wider perspective or outlook. Strategic leaders just don't have skills in their narrow, especially but they have a little knowledge about a lot of things. Number 5 is motivation. Strategic leaders must have a zeal for work that goes beyond money and power, and also they should have the inclination to achieve goals with energy and determination. Number 6 is compassion. A strategic leader must understand the views and feelings of their subordinates and make decisions after considering them. Number 7 is self-control. A strategic leader must have the potential to control distracting or distributing moods and desires, etc. They must have think before acting. In other terms, think before you click. Number 8, social skills. The strategic leader must have friendly and social, understand their own moods and emotions, as well as their impact on others. Number 10 is readiness and delegate and authorize. Effective leaders are proficient at delegation. They are well aware and the fact that delegation will avoid overloading of responsibilities on the leaders. They also recognize the fact that authorizing the subordinates to make decisions will motivate them a lot. 11 is articulacy. Strong leaders are articulate enough to communicate the vision to the organizational members in the terms that boost those members. Lastly is constancy or reliability. Strategy leaders constantly convey their vision until it becomes a component of organization culture.